About everything is ready for Balloon Fest 86, set to take place in downtown Cleveland tomorrow to benefit the United Way. Literally millions of balloons will be released on Public Square, which will set a world record.
The balloon disaster, when a celebration turned fatal. In 1986, a spectacular event took place in downtown Cleveland. 1.5 million balloons were released into the sky in what was meant to be a grand celebration and a charitable fundraiser. It was supposed to be a record-breaking moment that would put Cleveland on the map for all the right reasons. Instead, it became a tragic disaster. The plan, a record-breaking spectacle. At the time, Cleveland was struggling with a rough reputation. The city was looking for a way to rebrand itself, to show the world that it was modern, ambitious, and full of potential. The inspiration? Disneyland. The previous year, Disneyland had set a Guinness World Record for the largest simultaneous balloon launch. And Cleveland's leaders decided that breaking that record would be the perfect way to rewrite the city's story. The United Way of Cleveland spearheaded the event, spending 6 months meticulously planning the launch. Volunteers worked tirelessly to fill up the 1.5 million balloons, which were contained under a massive net spanning an entire city block. Finally, on September 27, 1986, Balloon Fest was set to make history, but at the same time, something much more serious was happening just east of the city. A storm, a search, and a race against time. The night before the event, a powerful storm swept through the area. Despite the rough weather, 2 fishermen had gone out on Lake Erie for what should have been a routine fishing trip. By the morning of September 27, their families reported them missing. Their boat was later found abandoned, and the Coast Guard launched an urgent search and rescue operation. Meanwhile, 100,000 people gathered in Cleveland's public square, eagerly awaiting the balloon launch. But there was a problem. A new storm front was approaching, threatening to ruin the event. The organizers had a difficult choice to make: delay the launch, which was nearly impossible, or release the balloons ahead of schedule. They chose the latter. The launch that led to chaos. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With the countdown complete, the balloons were set free, rising into the sky in a breathtaking, multicolored wave. It was an incredible sight, a moment of triumph for the city. But within minutes, the situation turned disastrous. Instead of drifting high into the atmosphere, the cold air and oncoming storm forced hundreds of thousands of balloons back down toward the city, far earlier than expected. The result? Chaos. Burke Lakefront Airport. The balloons clogged the runway so severely that all flights had to be suspended. City streets. Balloons flooded roadways, causing multiple car accidents and forcing streets to shut down. Lake Erie, the worst impact of all. But here's the crazy part. This disaster could have been avoided. It's a perfect example of why small precautions can prevent massive consequences. And while most of us won't be launching 1.5 million balloons anytime soon, there are plenty of everyday risks we don't even think about until it's too late. For example, do you have an emergency plan for your family? Would you know what to do if the power went out for days? How about a simple car breakdown in the middle of nowhere? That's why I put together a list of must-have survival and safety gear, things that everyone should have on hand. From compact emergency kits to solar-powered chargers to even something as simple as a waterproof flashlight, these are the kinds of things that might not seem important now, until the moment you actually need them. Check out the list in the description. You'll find some seriously useful gear that could make a huge difference in a real emergency. The balloons blanketed the water, making the Coast Guard's search mission nearly impossible. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Can you imagine trying to spot a life jacket among all these balloons? Rescue teams struggled to navigate through the mess, but the damage was already done. a record no one wanted to hold on. September 29th, 2 days after the event, the Coast Guard officially called off the search for the missing fishermen. Shortly after, their bodies washed ashore. What was meant to be a symbol of hope and celebration had turned into a devastating loss. Though Balloon Fest made it into the 1988 Guinness Book of World Records, it was soon removed, and Guinness permanently discontinued the category for balloon launches. Today, the event serves as a sobering reminder of how good intentions, poor planning, and nature's unpredictability can lead to catastrophic consequences.